Góðan daginn, and welcome to my project pile, my podcast about about knitting, about crocheting, what I'm working on, and my pile and pile and pile of projects that I keep adding to and not finishing. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland, and yeah, welcome to this channel. I'm gonna try and make this week's thingamajig quick because it is currently like 9:45 Saturday morning. It is. Yeah, so my neighbor started working. Okay, let's. Meh. It is the 11th of September 2021, and I woke up this morning at around 6 because my knee decided that it didn't like having been at work with the rest of me this past week. I thought I would be bedridden all today. I sound whiny, I want to whine. So I am so happy that there is only one witness to me trying to walk this morning. I can't quite bend my knee, can't quite walk, so I'm basically like a stiff little wooden mannequin trying to walk around. It's actually kind of hilarious. So I'm gonna try and make this quick because, well, if I'm now literally just been sitting down for what, like not even 2 minutes, and already my knee is like, don't try to stand up. So this is payoff for getting back to work. My back hurts, my muscles hurt, my knee is protesting. And also my brain just immediately it goes, nah, we are not gonna work. Which is annoying. It's so annoying. Because you know that skirt that I've been working on? I'm not picking that up until after I'm done. The skirt I've been working on for like, what, about 2 weeks. I was, usually would have been, I mean, for a person who can focus, this skirt would be like a weekend project. I can focus though, so it's been a bit longer than that. But this loveliness that looks so pretty in a picture, it is cursed. This is another project that is cursed. Why? Because remember last weekend I was talking about the weird stitch count. Like I counted every stitch before I did the last increase. Counted everything. It messed up. Everything matched. Okay? The first round of the pattern, and it's a super simple pattern. I had six extra stitches. I don't know where they came from. I counted everything. So, and because the yarn that I'm using is Icelandic plötulopi. It's this Icelandic wool that is very, very lightly spun. It's not unspun, it is lightly spun. Which makes, because of how the Icelandic wool is, it has 2 types of thread and they kind of work like Velcro. But because it's lightly spun, that means you can quite easily separate the hairs. You can also quite easily remarry the hair. It just takes a little while and some spit. But I don't like frogging it because then I'm just gonna end up with a lot of, knowing me, I will be too hard-handed, like, and just tear everything. Okay, I'm gonna do a turn. Success. Okay. So this just here. Okay. Good thing about this project is that I do fully realize and appreciate the fact that I actually love this wool. I do love it. I'm terrified of it, like terrified in I know I'm gonna mess it up somehow because it's so easy to break the thread. But I do still love it because when the pattern succeeds, when the finished project succeeds, you get such a lovely light and just such a nice fabric. And for the most part, this skirt has been just wonderful to work with. Like, just from the waist. I mean, apart from my first increase where I ended up with 2 holes and I'm like, nah. But like, this has been so nice. And the fabric is so lovely. But the pattern. So when I began working again one day after a very nice long summer vacation, late summer vacation. As soon as I started working, my brain stopped working. So I've been very, very careful about counting everything and keeping accountable with every stitch. And somehow my brain must have slipped somewhere. Because suddenly I'm missing stitches. I had extra stitches last weekend. Now I'm missing. I should have, like, I did, like, knit 2 together, so I should have 3 extra this round. I don't. I'm missing, what, like 7 stitches? How? What did I do? So I have a mess. And like I said, I don't want to frog it because it is these 2 delicate threads, and if I frog it, I'm probably gonna end up with just a mount of a mess. So I don't know what to do. I am seriously thinking, like, honestly, I just want to throw it in a corner and burn it. It's dramatic, no. So I'm actually thinking, maybe I'll just let it be a mess and just let it be extremely imperfect. And maybe, because this is the same, like, all the mess ends up here, so maybe if I just continue and let it just be a mess, I'll maybe just sew a piece of fabric over there or something. I don't know. Like, I want to I just want to finish it, but somehow I keep messing up such a simple pattern. Like, it is literally just, I'm gonna show you actually. It's literally just this super simple repeat. It's like you can find the same pattern in pretty much every single knitter's Bible or basic pattern book. And I keep messing it up. So, as for the other project, like, not the other ones, I'm like, if I'm messing this up, I'm not touching the other ones. Except for the super simple, like, my type of idiot proof. When I'm absolutely brainless type of crochet thingamajig. It's still on the bubbles. I still haven't finished it. I did start this second scheme. This is gonna take a while. And then all the other projects. So this is just my go-to. With this one, it doesn't matter if I mess up the counting. The shawl is just gonna swallow it up. It's not going to matter, and I love it. And then all the other projects, like, keep with the wish shawl, continue with the wire shawl because I'm still in the same spot. But then there's also, because it's autumn, or very late summer, so there are still like sweaters that I was gonna knit last winter, but then last winter was not no good. And actually this winter is gonna be very interesting as well. But yeah, there are sweaters that I want to at least one that I really, really want to get going on and get finished so I can wear it this autumn. It's gonna be so cute. But yeah, this winter is gonna be real interesting at work. So first off, one of my favorite coworkers, she moved back to Poland because of family reasons, and my other coworker who has been having her surgery on her shoulders, she had to have this second surgery, and that's like, what did say it was? I don't know the full terms. I barely know them in Icelandic, but so the first surgery she had to have like, what was it? A calcium scraped off the bone because there was a build up. Like she had it's been building up for years. Like if I know that these healthcare system in Iceland is pretty good, but there's still like little glitches and holes in the system that are not beneficial for people. And my coworker, unfortunately, if the doctors that we had here had listened to her a little bit sooner and maybe pushed a little bit more, like 2 years ago, she would not have had to have this extensive of surgery. And maybe not 2 of them, but you know, it is what it is. So what was she had to have calcium scraped off the bottom. Maybe this is too much TMI, sorry, but yeah, had to have that cleared off and some reattachment, which is amazing that they can do that. Like, okay, that was 6 months off of work, but there was still pain. And then she kind of got scolded by her what's it call it, sugar tone, it's not rehab, is it? It's when you go to a person who helps you work up your stamina and your muscles so you can go back to living. But yeah, there's a wonderful human being who does that in our town, and I love her. She does not hesitate to scold people if need be. It's like, yes, she does the things that need to be done. She scolded my coworker and basically told her that she should not have gone to work this summer, and my coworker was like, well, yeah, I know, but I still did. So the second surgery that my coworker had to have, that was, they had to detach a sinew over here because it had I have no idea what the term is, but basically like, the sinew, it kind of has like a like protective thing around it, and in her the sinew had basically, it stripped, it took its clothes off. And that had to be fixed, and that is estimated 3 months until she is estimated to get back to work, but I'm not really optimistic about that. So that's 2 coworkers out. And then in early August, my store manager decided that after 25 years of basically non-stop working and 2 years of very difficult family situation, and this summer being the summer from hell, this has been the worst summer of working ever since I started working here, 2003. Like, apart from 5 winters, I've been working in this job since, basically 18 years. And a whole lot of ups and downs, but this summer is just the worst. Like, we had the younger kids who came into work, they were fantastic, wonderful, nothing to complain about. But there were others who came into work for the full summer at least, or at least 2 months out of 3, and then skipped after the first month. So there was one girl who was supposed to work 2 months. She skipped and just left at the end of June. And another girl who was supposed to work until the end of August, and she just bailed at the end of June to move to Reykjavik as well. And so, you know, my store manager, after 25 years of difficult work, decided that this is good, it's good. So she put in her resignation, and I think it's end of October that she leaves. I think. So that's an interesting thing, and it is making me and another coworker of mine basically just, you know, settle down a little bit and start thinking, because, you know, 18 years at the same job is a lot. It's a lot. And yeah, I never expected to be working at this job for 18 years and basically have nothing to show for it. That's the most annoying thing. The single most annoying part about this is just I have pretty much nothing to show after 18 years. And I mean, okay, I do have one thing. I do have my yarn collection. The job has offered me that, but 18 years of hard work, particularly mentally, like. And I do realize there's a lot of other jobs that are much harder. I'm not discounting those, but 18 years doing this is enough. And also after the first week back at work, I'm sleeping worse, I'm sleeping less, my back hurts. I have way more headaches because I am an extreme introvert doing a job where I'm a lot around people, and I'm not getting the I don't get the cool down period that I need to reset, which is the single most annoying part about this job. Because the job itself is fine. The job is fine. Being around people is fine. And there's way more people that I like who come to my store. I'm just basically, my quota for this job is few grains away from being overflowing. So I need to be thinking about what next steps to take, because it is time for that. So yay! But, you know, that's just life. There's gonna be some changes. Like, sometimes the pattern or your brain just don't match. Just, we don't quite go together apparently, and that's fine. But, you know, there's always more patterns to work on. There is the sweater I was talking about. I want to be doing that one. I also did, because I was tidying up the other day, and like, whew, the things that I found. For example, I found this absolutely adorable little Icelandic book called Kurolug. Kurolug. Basically, cuddle and nap. Kur is cuddle, lug is nap. And it is baby blankets. And this one, yes, this one came out in 2009. I definitely bought a lot of books in 2009, didn't I? Interesting. But there is this really simple baby blanket that I want to make. This pattern, like, actually I'm gonna show you this one because you can see. It has this just nice little, like, what's the word I want to use? Like imprint. I don't know what word I want to use. But also, like, baby. Look how cute. Ah, he was so cute. Definitely, like, I mean, 2009, that would make them about 12, 13 years old now. Ah, time flies. But you know, the pattern, it originally uses this Isarek alpaca number 3. I did Google that, and you know, obviously I don't have that yarn, and I can't justify buying more yarn when I have yarn in piles. So what I did find is one yarn that I wanted to use for, since I bought it, from Ice Yarns. I did get 2 packs of this. It is from my sale pages. I just love the sale pages. You get such interesting yarn. Like this sale summer. Here's a number if you want to look it up. Because you know, with the sale sticker, you don't get like the gouge. You don't get the recommended knitting needles or anything. Yeah, the number is 62592. These are 50-gram balls, 120 meters about, 35% cotton and 65% polyamide, and is light maroon. But do you notice with the stickers how they used to be so easy and readable? Like, you get the summer stickers, or you know, the sale stickers now, and they're just like practically impossible to read. They used to be better. So, because I did get 2 bags of these, I think there were like 8 skeins of balls to a pack. So I have quite a bit of these, and I really like this yarn. And I've been Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. Because it is basically a tube. No, I can't stand up. Knee. So yeah, it is tube. Basically, yeah, this really soft tube, and it's so soft, and I really like the color. And what I'm thinking I might be able to do is hold 2 threads together, because that's a trend with me right now. But at least try, like two threads together of this really super soft, nice yarn, and see if I can't mangle something out of this. Because you do use 7mm knitting needles, and I mean 7mm, then I mean, that's pretty big. Like, these are, I think these are 5mm, and need to make this quick. I've been sitting down too long. Let's see, what does this one say? Okay, so according to the Knit Pro, then the 7mm one is a 10 3/4. Up. There's a glare. Oh no. Okay, I think you should be able to see that. If not, I don't know, put it in the video. Okay. But yeah, so that's me this weekend. My knee hurts. I'm gonna go put some ointment on it and get some, I don't know, like ibuprofen or something. Another thing that I want to mention is that I started another channel, because I want this channel to be purely this, me gushing about yarn and patterns and fibers and all that. I want this to be purely that. So, because like I said, like, what was it, last weekend or something, I can't quite remember, that I decided that this year I'm going to participate in NaNoWriMo for the first time. the National Novel Writing Month, which is in November, and I kind of want to like also gush about writing and about books and reading, particularly Discworld. So instead of cramming that all in here, because that just doesn't sit right with me. Like, I want this channel to just be the yarning and knitting and crocheting and yarn. So I started a new channel, or another channel, and I'm gonna stick all the reading and writing stuff over there, so yay! Obviously, if you're interested in that, I wouldn't mind having you over there as well. But otherwise, this has been me this weekend. Messing things up. I can't believe I managed to mess it up yet again. It's either the pattern on my brain, and I think it's both. But yeah, hopefully I will manage to do something this week. Ugh. Some days you just wonder where your brain's at, because it's clearly not here. Ow. But yeah, I will thank you for joining me this weekend and listening to me just ramble, and yeah, I will hopefully see you next weekend. Okay, take care. Bless. It's gonna take a while.